Hello, snakes. My name is Dante, and today it's Podcast Tuesday once again. So, yeah, and this time it's more Kaldheim spoilers. And this time we're gonna be reviewing God cards. So, yeah, basically 10 God cards, the 10 coolest God card spoilers in Kaldheim, and I'm gonna be reviewing them from worst to best. So, yeah. That is the podcast theme for today. But why don't we just start off with a combo of the week? And the combo of the week is Mind Over Matter Temple Bell combo. So how this works is basically Mind Over Matter is a 6-mana enchantment which basically allows you to discard a card to tap or untap anything, artifact, creature, land. Then Temple Bell is an artifact that you can tap it to make everyone draw a card. So basically, you can make your opponent's deck out if you have more cards in your library than them. So this is so basically it's infinite draw to everyone. So you just deck the opponent out. It's just it's very good because yeah, you can get this done by turn 6 and make sure you didn't draw any card before then. You just, I mean, you didn't draw any card before then, except for the normal draw for the turn and Temple Bell draws. So yeah, like something that would be great with this is if you play Necropotence in if you play Necropotence in turn 4 or Temple Bell in turn 4, Necropotence turn 3, then basically you very likely have more cards in your library than the opponents because it skips your draw step, and make sure to not activate it. Then do the Mind Over Matter and then just discard, untap the Temple Wow, just go in and just make everyone draw, then deck them out with this. So yeah, this is cool. Yeah, that's the combo of the week. Mind Over Matter, Temple Bell. I just saw this and it was kind of interesting. So yeah, let's just go into the number 10 God card. And it is COSIMA, God of the Voyage and the Omen Keel. So the God side is a 3-mana 2/4 legendary god where at the beginning of your upkeep you may exile him, and if you do, he gains whenever a land enters battlefield under your control. If Cosima is exiled, then you may put a voyage counter on him. But but if but if you don't, bring him back with X plus one, put him back into battlefield with X plus one counters on it and draw X cards, where X is the number of voyage counters on it. Whilst the vehicle side is a 2-mana, what was this? 3/3 legendary artifact vehicle, where whenever vehicle you control deals combat damage to a player, that player exiles that many cards from the top of their library. You may play lands from among those cards for as long as they remain exiled. Crew 1. So yeah, that's just cool. And yeah, that is the number 10. It's kind of cool because you get to like play mono. If you have this as your commander, you can play mono blue vehicle tribal just to try and. So then basically you play the Omen Keel side. Since the front side is the God card, then you can use him as a commander. So you use Omen Keel, then just then basically play lots of vehicles. As long as you have a pilot for them, then you can just ingest everyone and just get lands from them, which is very interesting. Yeah, I like it. So yeah, that is number 10. So let's just go into the number 9, the simple number 9, which is Jorn, God of Winter, and Kaldheim, the Rhyme Staff. The God side is 3 mana, free legendary snow creature God. Whenever he attacks, untap all of your snow permanents. And on the other side, the legendary snow artifact is also 3 mana. Tap, you may play target snow permanent from your graveyard this turn. And if you do enter battlefield tapped, that's very good. Like, play this in like, if you use them as a commander, you can use like Soltari basically Sultai snow tribal, where basically everything's just snow. And Jorn's just good because he just refreshes your lands, because if you use all of your lands as snow, then he untaps all of them basically. And yeah, Cauldron could also just bring back your snow permanents when they die. So yeah, he's good for a snow tribal deck. Just noted that there's Kaldheim with snow cards, and there is there's Modern Horizons with snow cards. Then there's what was it called? Oh yeah, then there's Cold Snap with snow cards. Yeah, unfortunately, Ice Age had no snow cards other than the snow basic lands. That was the only thing of snow it had. But yeah, let's just go into the Golden Eight, which is Birgi, God of Storytelling, and Harnfell, Horn of Bounty. So basically, the God side is a 3 mana free legendary God. Whenever you cast a spell, add red, but until end of turn, you don't lose this mana, it steps in phase end. And your creatures can boast twice rather than once. Then there's a Harnfell, Horn of Bounty, which is the artifact side. 5 mana legendary artifact. You can discard a card to add out the top 2 cards of your library. You may play those cards this turn. I mean, the God side is fairly good, but the artifact side is probably better because yeah, you just get to like discard a card and just add out the top 2. So like basically, it's just if you have a useless card in hand, then you can just ditch it and try and get 2 upper cards. Yeah. And it's not once per turn. You can do this any number of times, and it's not just on your turn. So that's cool. And play means you can just put them in if they are lands, if you haven't played a land for the turn. Very cool. That is the number 8 card. So, yeah. Let's just go into the simple number 7, which is Torolf, God of Fury, and Torolf's Hammer. So the God side is a 4 mana, 5/4 legendary God. Trample, whenever a creature or planeswalker an opponent controls is dealt excess non-combat damage. Torolf deals damage equal to the excess to any target other than that permanent. And yeah, well, on the other side, it's just a Torolf's Hammer, which is a 2 mana legendary artifact equipment. And the equipped creature has 2 mana, tap, detach Torolf's Hammer, to make it deal 3 damage to any target, then put Toro's hammer back into your hand. And as long as it's legendary. Thank you, Carter. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks for the raid. Okay, so, and as long as it's legendary, it gets +3, +0, the equipped creature, and equips for 2 mana. So basically, what's kind of weird is that the excess, yeah. So, yeah, the excess damage only applies to creatures and planeswalkers. So if you're playing a multiplayer commander game, then you can't just go on a rampage to kill one player, then inflict the rest of the damage to the other players. But what's kind of cool is that when you just use Torov's effect to deal the excess damage, when there's the excess damage, and then throw the damage to something else, and then you kill it with excess damage, you can actually then put more damage onto something else. It's like, yeah, just so cool. And then if you try and use this with stuff like Torbran, then that becomes insane, because if I'm not wrong, then then Torbran actually adds 2 to it, so you can cause like a weird chain. So yeah, Toralf is just very cool card. I like it. So yeah, let's just go in to the number 6, which is Tergrid, God of Fright, along with Tergrid's Lantern. Tergrid is a 5 mana 4/5 legendary god, menace. Whenever an opponent sacrifices a non-token permanent or discards a permanent card, you may put that card from a graveyard onto battlefield under your control. So basically, it's kind of like It That Betrays, but in a cheaper version, but uses black. So I mean, that would be and possibly even better than It That Betrays. Half the price. Well, more than half the price. I mean, less than half the price. I meant that. That's what I meant. Half the stats, less than half than that. But no Annihilator, and instead it has Menace. But the thing is that it includes discard. Yeah. Not just sacrificing, discard as well. So this goes straight to my Fortnite Tower deck. That is just insane, man. Then there's Tergrid's Lantern, which is a 4 mana legendary artifact, which allows you to tap. The entire player loses 3 life unless you sacrifice a non-land permanent or discard a card, and pay 4 mana to untap Tergrid's Lantern. So that's just very good. And so I'm just gonna play this in Haunted Tower. It's not really worth it as a commander though, that's the thing. So yeah. At least this is the number 6 card. Very cool. Let's just go in to the number 5, which is Aegon, God of Death, along with the Throne of Death. So basically Aegon is a 3 mana 6/6 legendary god with Death Touch. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile 2 cards from your graveyard, and if you can't, sacrifice Aegon and draw a card. That draw card actually makes a difference there. So at least Aegon grants you 1 card extra. And at least it's just a very powerful card if you don't get to keep it for a while. Then there's Throne of Death, which is just 1 mana legendary artifact. At the beginning of your upkeep, mill card. Then you can pay 3 mana, tap and exile a creature from your graveyard to draw a card, which it's just a great card draw engine, and if you're playing a graveyard deck, then that's actually great. That might actually be a better. Uh, this might actually be better than what you might call it. Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot the name. Oh yeah, it's probably better in a dredge. That could go up in a modern deck, in a modern dredge, where you can play this instead of the Shriekhorn or CODZ Shredder, because yeah, that is just every turn it does it. Then you have the option to exile a creature from your graveyard to draw a card. So if you have excess creatures in your graveyard, or dead Narcomoebas, or I don't know, any other creature that doesn't use the graveyard in your deck, like for example Street Wraith, then you can actually exile them and dredge. Yeah, more cards to mill. That's actually gonna be one good card for dredge deck, in my opinion. That's what I think. I mean, I hope it does get played in dredge. If I get this card, I'll probably replace this. I'll probably replace Shriekhorn with that. I'll rarely play the Aegon side, but I'll use the Front of Death side, which is potentially better than that of Shriekhorn. So let's just go into the number 4, which is Valkyrie, God of Lies, along with Tybalt, Cosmic Imposter. So Valkyrie is a 2-mana, 2/1 legendary god. When he enters the battlefield, each opponent reveals their hand. For each opponent, exile a creature. They reveal this way until Valkyrie leaves. Then X, choose a creature card exiled with Valkyrie with converted mana cost X, and Valkyrie becomes a copy of that card. Yeah, but that's a one-time effect because Valkyrie does not gain his own ability. So yeah, so he can't just transform multiple times, and it's permanently, not just temporary. Whilst Tybalt, on the other side, is a 7-mana 5/5 legendary Planeswalker Tybalt. As he enters the battlefield, you get an emblem with. You may play cards exiled with Tybalt, Cosmic Imposter, and you may spend mana as though it were mana of any color to cast those spells. So, if one Tybalt dies and you can place in another Tybalt, or if he pops out, then you can play another Tybalt, and it's still the same effects and stuff like it. Still applies with the emblem. Anyways, you are gonna get another emblem with Tybalt. But +2, exile top card of each player's library. -3, exile target artifact or creature. -8, exile all cards from all graveyards. Add triple red. Which means you can play all of the cards that were used. So basically, like +2, you basically draw a card, and you can spend mana as if it were mana of any color for that card. Plus, you get one card from each of your opponents as well. Then basically -3, you just get to put any artifact or creature into your hand, practically saying, and pay mana as if it were mana for any color. Then the -8, you just put all cards from all graveyards into your hand, and then you can get free mana as well. So you can spend on those cards, or one of those cards potentially. Yeah, that's actually a very cool card. And since the God side is at the front, you can play him as a commander. So I can tell you, I think the Tybalt side is probably better, but he's gonna be great for commander. I mean, you could play him as a commander for red black, or you can just run him in some random god tribal deck like Morophon, Corona, or what was that third? The third card that would be great for it. I don't know. There's this third 5-color commander that would be great. then just play all the god cards, which is after Kaldheim, it's probably going to be at least like 50 something. A few instants and sorceries or enchantments to back it up, plus 40 lands, and then just including the world tree. So then when you get the world tree, you just dump in nearly everything in your deck, and just stuff like that. It's just okay. This is in. This is in. This is in. This is in. So yeah, this is just insane, man. Let's just go into the golden free, which is remember to drive beyond Torre, and for Twitch spectators, you could follow if you want. Yeah, if you like this video, then just follow or like and subscribe. So yeah, but this is the number 3, the golden free, Halvard, God of Battle, and in the other side, Sword of the Realm. So the God side is a 4/4, which creatures you control that are enchanted or equipped have double strike, whilst and then at the beginning of each combat, you may attach target aura or equipment attached to a creature you control to target creature you control. So that's actually kind of cool. Like you can, it's not just your own. If your opponent just somehow puts a really bad aura against you, then you can actually move it to a weaker card, and then yeah, it goes well. And in the equipment side, it is a Sword of the Realms, 2 mana legendary artifact equipment with equipped creature gets +2/+0 and has vigilance. And whenever equipped creature dies, put it back to your hand. So yeah, this is a very good card. Halvard, Sword of the Realms, yeah, that's especially the sword side is really cool because the creature will keep on coming back when it dies. It's not the sword you put into your hand, it's the creature. So yeah, once the sword always stored, then Halvard's great with equipment, tribal decks and stuff like that, like with Nahiri as your commander. I'm talking about the mono white Nahiri from the Commander 2014. If you're like, but planeswalkers can't be commanders. Okay. Well, this is a number 3. Let's just go in to the number 2, which is Elrond, God of the Cosmos, and Haka, Whispering Raven in the other side. So on the God side is a 5 mana 1/1 where he gets +1/+1 for each card in your hand and each foretold card you own in itself. That's great for my Locust God, by the way. Then at the beginning of your end step, choose a card type, then reveal the top 2 cards of your library, put all cards of the chosen type into your hand, and the rest onto the bottom of your library in any order. This is great when you're trying to find that omniscience or something, or fought vessel or stuff that can actually, which is gonna help you win with the Locust God deck. And then there's the bird side, which is Haka, Whispering Raven, 2 mana 2/3 legendary bird, flying. When he deals combat damage to a player, put him back into your hand, then scry 2. So it's just good because you can just repeatedly play Haka and then just scry, or just when you put him into your hand, then you can play Elrond when you're tired of Haka. Like, yeah, like you can go like turn 1 do something, turn 2 Haka, turn 3 do something, attack with Haka, or turn 3 attack with Haka, play Haka, then play something for 1 mana. Yeah. Turn 4, just attack with Haka, then just cast Haka, then cast something else. Turn 5, attack with Haka, then cast Elrond. Turn 6, cast the Locust God. Yeah, and that's when the grind begins. That's actually very cool. So yeah, let's just go in to the number 1, which is Essica, God of the Tree, along with the Prismatic Bridge. So on the God side, it is 3 mana, 1/4 legendary God with Vigilance, tap to add 1 mana of any color, and your other legendary creatures you control have the same abilities as Esika, which is Vigilance, tap, add 1 mana of any color. And the enchantment side is the Wooburg legendary enchantment, which at the beginning of your upkeep, reveal a card from the top of your library until you reveal a creature or planeswalker card, put onto outfield, put that card onto battlefield, then the rest on bottom of your library in a random order. So this is a good 5 color Legends commander. Or you could go like 5 color Legends commander or 5 color God commander. Yeah, that would be great. So yeah, that is cool. So this could be a potential replacement for Modern Horizons Sisei Legends commanders, Progenitus Legends commanders, Joda legendary commanders, legend commanders, or Sliver Hive Lord legend commanders. So yeah, congratulations, you've reached the end of the podcast. So why don't you like and subscribe and follow if you haven't already? Then just share with friends. Stay tuned to our next videos, streams, and podcasts. Podcasts will be live every Tuesday at 4 p.m. GMT, 5 p.m. CET. So stay tuned to them. Watch my other videos too. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And bye.